We'll talk a little bit about divorce guys later, but what about adding divorce to their profile? Do you suggest they put it in there, keep it out, expound on it, or is it something that you bring up later?
Um, I I think I think having it in there, if the app gives you the space, so if it's like on on Hinge, I think on Hinge, or maybe it doesn't. Just trying to pull it up real quick. Um, if it gives you the place to say what you are, 40
Mm-hmm.
man, let's see. Um, I don't think it does. Um, I think the smoothest way is to have it in one of the options that they give you, if that's possible. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're on Match.com and there's a space for it, obviously put divorced.
Right. Don't
Um,
lie about it. You see
don't
people
abs-
saying, "Oh, I don't want to tell her I'm divorced. That might make me look bad." That's a bad thing.
no. Depending on your dating age range, you like I would like to know if a guy is divorced
Mm-hmm.
from the get-go. I'm
Mm-hmm.
in my later 30s, and so to me it doesn't scare me away. It just to me says actually, oh, he was able to commit and he's looking
Mm-hmm.
for a commitment, or was at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas guys who uh don't have commitment, or like who are in their 40s, or kind of their middle age, and they haven't been married, then it's a little bit like, why haven't they been married? I can't, I'm in my later 30s. I've never been married. So I'm kind of dissing myself a little bit, but I don't see divorced as a bad thing. And I think it really does depend on the woman, what she'll think about it. But generally, I think if you're going to look for women to date that are 35 plus, saying you're divorced or having in there that you're divorced is absolutely something that is not crucial but important. So I went
Mm-hmm.
on a date recently with this guy, and I was I didn't know that much about him. We met on Hinge. Um, I took about it was my fault. I took about 5 months, so we matched, and then I was kind of just flaking on him, and I don't. I was I was flaking on him because I was just having my own issues. And then a couple weeks ago, I wrote to him and I just said, "Hey, I know it's been a while, but would you want to grab a drink?" Because I was like, this guy's a really great guy. And so, anyway, we were on the date, and um, we were enjoying ourselves. We were having a nice time. But I said, I don't know how we got on it, but it turned out he was 35, so he was younger than me. And he said he was divorced. And that's totally cool with me. That's totally fine. I don't care at all. But it took me aback because he's only 35. I was absolutely not expecting him to say he was divorced, that he had already been married. Um, and then I'm like, oh, do you have kids? Like now it feels like that was being hidden.
Mm-hmm.
It almost feels like he was ashamed of it or he wasn't proud of it. So I think having it there, or having at least the discussion about it beforehand, not like a huge discussion, but just like, here's my deal, I'm divorced, blah blah blah, da da da. Then the person goes into the date knowing that.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas when I was on the date and he kind of threw that at me, again, I totally don't care. It just was a moment where I was like, why did he not specify that before, or just make that
Mm-hmm.
clear before? So you have a moment where you're like questioning
So
his motives.